Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kit Sparrowgrove. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you've no doubt seen my previous two videos working with Ranger on his saddle training journey, and of course that work has been continued offline as well. He has been making huge strides even though we've been taking things slow with him, and my old trainer Laura has agreed that he is now ready to ride. Now, since Laura is married with children and I am but a mere college student, I am the sacrifice for Ranger's first ride. Today, we are not going to be doing anything serious or even any pole work since this is his very first ride and we don't want to flood him and we also don't know how he'll react. He has been pretty good with lunging and with weights, and we've done some mock mounting, which doesn't seem to spook him too much, but obviously it's all very different than actually being ridden and not being able to physically see me or Laura giving him cues and instead, knowing that we're there, but just on his back instead. I am, of course, fairly nervous to get on a horse that has never been ridden before. Maybe even more nervous than I was before the Olympics, but it is really exciting to see a horse you've known since it was just a foal grow up and be ready to ride. So all of that aside, I will go ahead and cut to the footage of me with Ranger now. As always, the first thing I'm going to do once I catch Ranger out in the field is bring him into groom. Not only does grooming help build your bond and trust with a horse, but it also allows you the chance to see if they have any injuries that you might otherwise overlook. It also lets me see if there are any areas that seem to be hurting or sore, if he reacts in a certain way when I touch him, and get an overall read on how he's feeling, because obviously I don't want him to be stressed for his first ride. But as you can see, Ranger doesn't have any injuries, and he doesn't seem to have any pain or sore spots while I groomed him or tacked him up, and he does not show any signs of stress. So that means we are still good to ride. The first thing I do is make sure that Ranger can stand still at the mounting block, and while we have worked on his ground manners some, he is still a little bit fidgety because he is young and very, very green. Because of that, I'm going to have him stand here for a few minutes until he stays still. I personally never get on a horse, regardless of its age or its level of training, until the horse stands still for the mounting block. A lot of people don't think it's too big of a deal to have a fidgety horse, but it is actually a pretty big personal safety issue. If I don't get enough momentum to fully swing over, I can just put my leg back on the mounting block and start over if the horse stays still. But if they don't stay still, I could fall and get hurt. Another issue is if your horse doesn't just walk away, but fully takes off from the block. If your foot is already in the stirrup, you can kiss your hamstring or ACL bye-bye for a while. And if your foot does get stuck, you could get dragged under the horse's hoof and trampled, which is obviously not ideal because that could lead to broken ribs, necks, skulls, and all those other really important bones. So, because of all the injury risks, you should always train your horse to be still at the mounting block. Now that Ranger has calmed down, I go ahead and mount. Thankfully, he does not immediately rear or buck. So I gather the reins and walk him over to the paddock to work with him on his first ride together. Today we aren't doing too much with Ranger, just some walking and trotting to get him used to a rider and all of his tack on. I'll go ahead and play some music over our ride and discuss my thoughts on it afterwards.
every single moment of it. Every breath feels like a gentle kiss so infinite. The sun is shining brighter, painting skies with bliss. This heart of mine is open wide, nothing feels amiss. Feels like I'm reliving my dream life once again. Every step I take feels lighter, free from all the pain. The colors of the world have found a sweeter hue. Oh, the magic in the air, I see it shining through. Yay, honey, isn't today beautiful? You see the way the flowers bloom, the way the wind sets us free. Hold my hand, let's dance beneath the endless sky. Today's a masterpiece, and we're the reason why. Life's good and I'm loving every single part of it. A melody of joy, a rhythm I can't quit. With every beat, my soul just sings and takes flight. Oh, in this dream I'm living, everything feels right. Yay, honey, isn't today beautiful? You see the way the flowers bloom, the way the wind sets us free. Hold my hand, let's dance beneath the endless sky. Today's a masterpiece, and we're the reason why. Life's good and I'm loving every single part of it. A melody of joy, a rhythm I can't quit. With every beat, my soul just sings and takes flight. Oh, in this dream I'm living, everything feels right.
Even though we only rode for about 20 minutes, Ranger is still a baby and worked up a pretty decent sweat, so once his tack is off, I went ahead and gave him a quick little rinse down before I brought him back out to the pasture. Overall, I think he did really well for his first ride. It was pretty solid and he didn't spook very much. There were a few times where he just stopped moving, and I don't really think he was trying to be stubborn there. I think his brain just kind of stopped working because he was doing something new, which I can definitely relate to. Along with that, he did rear up on me once or twice. I did double check for any pain after a ride and rolled that out just to be safe. It isn't uncommon for horses to rear or buck a little during their first few rides, so I was prepared for that. I think he just kind of felt spooked or felt kind of weird having me on his back and out of his vision, but still giving him cues. Overall, though, Ranger seems like he is a pretty eager to please horse, and you can tell that he really likes to feel like he's done the right thing and made people he likes proud. He's coming along really well in his saddle training, and I'm so excited to see how he grows and what sort of discipline he ends up fitting into. So as you guys saw, I did not die today being Granger's first ride. He did really well today, and I am super proud of him and the progress he's made. Obviously, Ranger has a very special place in my heart as the son of my first horse, Bluebell. I am really excited to see how he develops as we continue to work with him. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know what types of videos you'd like to see from me in the future on my channel. Alright, bye for now!